Hello everyone, my name is Craig and this is a video review of the Air Warriors Pixelator, a spring-powered magazine-fed blaster in the Air Warriors series. This is the first Air Warriors blaster I've reviewed, and this one looks very, very weird and very interesting. Let's get into an unboxing. Since I forgot my karambit out of the car and I can't find a box cutter, we're going to use this prop-style toy Valiant butterfly knife as that. I know it's a prop toy, but it has somewhat of a sharpness to it, so we're going to see if it, I mean, these are tension bands, so we're just going to use this to, maybe not. Hold up. I need to find a box cutter of some sort. You know what? Fuck it. I'll just grab some scissors. Never mind, it doesn't have that much cutting power. I'll just grab some scissors. Can't beat that. Oh, god damn. Give me now. Let's get into a proper unboxing. There's my karambit. Gee whiz. Oh my god, there's another band right there. Whew. This karambit is incredibly sharp, that's why. I'm like, it's super good for unboxing stuff. Piss off. Pardon my French, but always making these boxes. Woo! I hope I didn't stab any darts. Ow! Alrighty. After a huge unboxing, included is the blaster itself and 10 Air Warriors long distance darts. Alrighty, starting out with an external overview of the Pixelator. I did some testing before recording this section and we got a lot to go over. Starting up at the front, there is no end strike barrel lug. This is a Air Warriors blaster. Even though it has a huge front end, this is not removable. Getting to the back, this little big old handle thingy is the priming handle. This blaster is spring powered. To prime, you'll pull back like that and push forward, and then you're ready to fire once. Yes, the prime weight seems a little bit strong actually, compared to most Nerf blasters on the market, and you want to always make sure that with this one that you pull it all the way back and push it all the way forward when you go to fire. You don't want to short stroke it, otherwise you will break the system. I almost did that to this blaster already. But also, this is a very short little carrying handle. My fingers are getting jammed as I tried to use that, so I don't really get that. I think it's just for the tacticalness. That it looks like one of those like M4 handle sight thingies. Yeah, except for this one's a handle slide. You probably could have elevated this up a little bit more and it probably would have fit better with the proportions. Up front is like a fake little rail, or it might be a natural rail. These do not hold Nerf attachments well at all. Actually, they don't hold Nerf attachments. But this Picatinny style rail, you might be able to squeeze on an airsoft attachment onto that. So, yeah. Getting to the back, there is not a stock. This is basically going for the submachine gun type of look. Although it looked like it was like a rifle type of thing. I thought this was a little bit bigger than what it was. No, it's going for like the type of machine gun-ish type of that. An SMG look, basically. Getting down to the grip is big and oversized. Holds my small hands pretty well. This is almost too much grip, in my opinion. That's what she said. Wait, no, that's what he said. Sorry, it's a he said, not a she said. Whatever, innuendos aside. This is a big grip. with this, but it holds fairly well. This is not comfortable at all. Like this pixelation, like it has these jutting up like pieces of plastic. Nowhere on this blaster is it comfortable to hold at all. Anywhere. This is probably the most uncomfortable blaster I felt in a very long time. Ow. Yeah. So there's that. Getting down to the trigger is here with the grip, which I don't agree with at all. This is basically a squeeze trigger. The trigger is basically the size of my freaking hand, but it works like any trigger as well. This blaster does not have slam fire. You will break the blaster if you try using slam fire with this blaster. It does not have it. Yes, but the trigger pull is pretty standard. Actually, I would say a little bit light compared to most elite blasters on the market right now. Getting down to this, the magazine release is here. Technically full ambi, bro, but the thing is if you squeeze it this way, the magazine doesn't come out. You have to pull it back this way for the to release the magazine, you have to pull back the blaster. And then, sorry, no, you do push it in like this. My apologies. And then the magazine can come out, right? I thought it was the other way around. Or you can do it the other way around. You can push in and then strike the mag release like that. This isn't enough for you to extend a finger. You pretty much have to take your offhand thumb and then take out the magazine like that. Magazine insertion is pretty smooth with this one. Included is a 10-round Air Warriors mag. I believe these will fit into other Nerf blasters if I tested, but not all Nerf. This is not compatible with all types of Nerf magazines. 18-round stick mags, this little lip in here doesn't go all the way in, and it stops at about that far. It is not compatible with the 18-round stick mags, although it technically locks into place in there. The 6-round mags will do just fine, I think. Maybe not. Maybe I lied about that too. But the Worker 15-round banana mag seems like that it works. I'm actually going to test the feeding right now because I actually don't think, I didn't notice that. The little lip didn't go all the way in. Okay. Oh, maybe the lip, it didn't reach all the way to the lip, but it looks like that it does feed. So the Worker 15-round hex mag, like honeycomb mag, not the hex mag. Honeycomb mag does work. So I don't get that. It looks like that all of these stay seated in there, but they don't reach all the way up there. You might be able to feed them is what I'm reading. Either way, I wouldn't trust this magwell with anything but the Air Warriors magazine. That's personally just me. The included magazine holds 10 rounds. I think it should hold 10 rounds. I have 7, 8. The other ones are probably stuck in there. It holds 10 rounds. But yeah. So magazine, I kind of like, maybe not. At least for insertion wise, it feels pretty smooth, but this is just weird. Yes, I don't like the fact that it doesn't feel completely compatible with Nerf stuff, and I actually haven't tried seeing if this is compatible with other Nerf blasters, but I don't know if I would trust the cross compatibility with that. And plus only 10 rounds. I mean, you do have a spring-powered blaster. I thought this was flywheel-powered for a second. But this is a weird magwell. I'm not a fan of having to strike the offhand whenever I'm trying to reload. Well, I mean, I could probably understand that. I mean, if I was a rifler. This is just in a very weird position. Like, look at the space that you have to do. You have to cup your hand like this. And then pull it out like that. So yeah, it doesn't have a lot going for it in that one. And I'm fumbling to really review this blaster well because it's a very, very weird blaster. I'm not liking really anything about this blaster at all. So there's nothing else to manipulate with that. There's a lack of like a front grip. This is uncomfortable. Yikes. Yes, I'm probably not going to talk anymore. Let's go see it out on the firing range. So after some further testing, I did find out that even though that it appears that it doesn't seat well, all the magazines that I put through it, it actually fired all the darts through it. So I don't understand this feeding system, but it allows me to use other magazines. So I'll start off with the included Air Warriors magazine with the included Air Warriors long distance darts. This is 10 shots. Still have one shot left. Now, switching to a Nerf 18-round stick mag, you'll start off with some Elite darts, go into the Adventure Force darts, then some Zuru X-Shot 3/4 length darts, the full length darts, and then the Emo-Sting darts. I forgot how many I put of each one in there, so you'll see the different counts. It might take me about 2 darts to realize that, oh shit, it changed darts, so I'll try to call them out as they come out, right? But I don't know exactly when they come out. Like, look at how far that doesn't feed, but it appears that it doesn't feed. Like, the lip is all the way down here. It's strange. So first, firing some Nerf Elite darts. We're still firing Nerf Elite darts. Shit. Now firing some Adventure Force darts. It looks like I have 2 of them. We're basically going to fire this like from the hip like an SMG. Like this is supposed to look like that it's firing. Next up, actually, sorry, are the X-Shot full length darts. I did the full length, then the 3/4 length darts. Now, I believe next will be the X-Shot 3/4 length darts. Now some white Emo-Sting darts to finish off. Now some old orange end strike darts out of a 6-round magazine. Lastly, for some sakes, I'm going to put in the Dudos 3/4 length darts. And they're the suction cup plus the normal style. And then I think I'm going to put in a white modulus dart. And then 3 of these red and white colored Elite darts. Just for fun's sake. Out of the 6-round Nerf mag. That was the modulus dart. Now it's going to be the Dudos. I probably shouldn't break the mag like that. But the blaster, I want to freaking slam. Alright, that concludes the firing demo. That was not enjoyable whatsoever. Firing analysis and conclusion of the Air Warriors Pixelator, parted by French again, but this blaster fucking sucks. The firing performance was all over the place, really. There were some good moments, there was a lot of bad moments with this one, and just, this was not a comfortable blaster. This was weird ergonomics to use. I hated firing this blaster a whole lot. It was not a lot of fun. Getting to the projectiles, let's put this piece of crap away. Sorry, I'm out of breath. The Air Warriors long distance darts seem to be just as crappy as Nerf Elite darts. I wouldn't recommend them at all, really, as a main ammo type. I prefer some other things in there, but they didn't do too horribly in that one, and they had some decent-ish velocity to them. With that being said, the Nerf Elite darts, they were totally inaccurate. They're basically what Elite darts were, with some alright velocity with them. It would appear that the long distance darts of Air Warriors are more accurate than Elite darts. So if you're looking for accuracy, but the exact same performance, maybe the Air Warriors Nipplehead style darts might do, because these actually have the same thing as the Adventure Force, and they look like, well, a nipple, right? So these might be recommended over the Elite darts, but if you have a stash of Elite darts, maybe these could also do very well as well. Right, the Adventure Force darts didn't really shoot that well at all on that. The Amosting darts didn't shoot well at all. I could tell the velocity is probably in the 40s, 50 range, maybe the 60s if you push it a little bit. While the darts were very accurate, they were actually probably the most accurate of all of them, which most of the time the Amosting darts are, and that's why it is sacrificed by its very low velocity, and this one had some very, very low velocities to them. I wouldn't recommend Amosting darts unless you're looking for close range accuracy, close range precision and accuracy as well. Maybe not that. The X-Shot darts, the 3/4 length darts flew out with more velocity than the full length darts. But the accuracy was still all over the place with that. The full-length darts actually weren't the star of the show. It had a little less velocity to them, but were still decent-ish on that one. The Dudos, I don't think we want to talk about that, really. It did fire the old end strike darts, granted at a very low velocity, but fired all right. But also when you loaded these in there, I could tell that it was like cramming the dart in there, and it wasn't very pleasant to do that. You thought that the blaster was going to jam, but no, it fired out these darts very well. But I would recommend old orange end strike darts pretty much ever in anything, but especially this blaster. So that is the projectiles. With this blaster, if I were to say what is the FPS of this, estimated based off of the eye test, maybe about low 60s, probably upper 50 feet per second. This was not really a high power blaster, even for the spring powered. Other things to note, I don't really like the magazine compatibility with this. I don't trust it. The lips don't like feed all the way in there, but somehow the blaster does feed, which just gets me trust issues with the magazine. So magazine compatibility, I wouldn't trust that, but apparently it is compatible with Nerf mags. You just have to be very careful with it. And I didn't have any jams or malfunctions with this blaster, so yay. I was expecting it, especially when I noticed that compatibility. This Air Warriors mag is just very weird. A lot of negatives to go over. This is a small but big package that is just weird on proportions. I don't like this trigger system at all. The grip is actually fine. This is one of the better grips in there. The magazine release, I don't like really this. I don't like how far spaced it is. If they jammed it like right up here with the magazine, I could totally understand that, but this is probably a no-go. Unless if it's just I haven't dealt with a whole lot of these like paddle releases before. So for me, it's a complaint. Maybe for you, maybe it's not. But I don't really like that. But magazine insertion is pretty smooth. I think this handle thing they could have made a bit bigger, and it wouldn't have affected the proportions a lot better. And there's just nothing to grip here. This texture is actually like plastic, like elevated plastic, and it hurts whenever I'm touching this blaster. It's horrible. Is the quality of this. It's a very gimmicky blaster. Pixelator, it's supposed to go after like that pixelated like video game, like retro video game idea, which in the cosmetic sense it does that very well, but in the performance sense it's pretty garbage. I noticed I labeled a lot of my blasters as the worst thing that I ever touched. So far, this is actually the worst blaster that I've ever touched so far. Yes, even more so than a Maverick or a Trio or anything like this. This Pixelator, absolute garbage of a blaster. Yes, and I'm sorry, Air Warriors, I am going to crap on you a bit for this. What actually is this? I was expecting this to be a rifle. If you made this more of a rifle, I could probably understand this, but this is more given like the subgun feel with that, and just with these proportions, that's just ew, right? That's just ew, especially with how you laid this. If you wanted this with a subgun, like move this magazine well, like this closer to the trigger, and then that probably would have been a true like subgun feel. It almost makes it more of a like a bullpup in that fashion, but yikes. Yes, you don't put it like almost smack in the middle with that. That's more of a rifle format than an actual like SMG. This doesn't even have the proportions well of a proper SMG. I'd also prefer a better stock for the SMG instead of just shooting like pew 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 pew, pew like this, right? I guess you could use this as a glorified melee handle now, right? So ow. Yeah, so my opinion on this blaster, very negative. I don't really like anything to do with this blaster going over. I did buy this for Dollar General for $15. You're getting $15 for a spring-powered 10-round magazine. That is very questionable on this. There's things like a Stripe that run for like $15, maybe $20 that are so much better than this. $15, even at something like Dollar General. Dollar General are lower prices. If this was like Burlington or something, it would probably be even cheaper. But $15 for this, that means that the actual MSRP is probably about like $25, $30 for something like this. This is horrible. This is a horrible blaster. In fact, this is probably going to be, although I might want it for the magazine, I'm probably going to get rid of this blaster actually pretty soon. I decided I'm going to donate some blasters. This is going to be one of the first ones. I'm going to keep this Air Warrior magazine just for compatibility's sake, but I'm going to get rid of this blaster. This thing is horrible. I don't really like anything to this. They didn't really market this well. Actually, is this the blaster? It says that it blasts up to 100 feet. That's a load of crap, right? And yeah, they put this Air Warriors thing, which is like the Adventure Force Villainator. They put these other blasters on here, and this is, I know what sub Air Warrior blasters are supposed to be, and this is not like what I think Air Warriors is supposed to be, but excuse me. No, so really, I cannot recommend this product to anybody at all. It's just weird ergonomics. If you're a small person, this is actually a bit of a big blaster for you, although it's still small probably compared to something like a full-size Recon or something, but this is definitely not the right proportions for even a small one, or even somebody like me, which I'm a smaller person on this, but this, I wish this was more of a rifle than like a subgun. I know. So just weird ergonomics, mechanics, and stuff just really do it for this. So the Air Warriors Pixelator is going to be a hard pass for me. I don't recommend this to anybody for any reasons. If you find another reason why you would like the Pixelator, let me know that in the comments down below. I'd actually like to know your reasonings. I won't probably argue with them unless you give me some BS answer. Then I'm probably going to gonna probably respond to that. But generally, I would respect your opinion for that. Maybe there's a reason why you'd buy this that they're targeting consumers for that I would really like to know. Probably won't change my opinion, but I'd be like, okay, maybe there is a purpose for it, rather than absolutely dumping on them for even making this an idea in the first place, like it is. So let me know your thoughts on the Pixelator in the comments down below. Not a great start to Air Warriors series, but yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. My name is Craig. I'll see you guys in the next one.